just been here in Cairns. I'm in here, Cairns, North Queensland, Australia. 4 hours drive north from the Bitcoin Cash city, Townsville, Australia. And I've been talking to Melissa here at Jamaica Express. So if you're here in Cairns, make sure you go to Jamaica Express, talk to young Melissa there, encourage her to accept Bitcoin Cash. So I've been working with her. I've got her contact details. She's got businesses here, and she's also got businesses there in Townsville in Australia. So this is good. Part of the Indigenous mob, part of the Indigenous crew, which is great. She's got she won awards for the most deadly business. Now in Australia, deadly means great, awesome, that sort of stuff. It's an Aboriginal Indigenous slang that they use. So props to that. And one of the main things, the key points I want to take away today in this short video is that Australia is going to have Olympics in 2032. Now, even though most of the activities be happening in Brisbane, there's going to be the soccer part of the Olympics is going to happen here in Cairns, which means that there are going to be people coming up from Brisbane all the way through up to Townsville, the Bitcoin Cash city, into Cairns. So all the businesses in Townsville, they can, and I think it's a great idea if we could have a Bitcoin Cash conference in and around the Olympics, perhaps, so we can capitalize on the increase of tourism. So those that have Bitcoin Cash or that have crypto or have anything like that, they come, they see the Olympics, they go to a Bitcoin Cash conference because it's crypto. They'll go to the many merchants that we have here. They'll be able to spend their Bitcoin Cash or convert their crypto into Bitcoin Cash to spend and not use an Australian dollar, right? Same fee. So our merchants are well primed for the 2032 Olympics from overseas visitors. And I would encourage everyone, all the merchants there, that if you're not accepting Bitcoin Cash now, hit me up and I'll show you how to do it. I'll set you up. I'll network you. We'll advertise, place you on the maps, things like that. So when people come from overseas, they're able to see you, that you're a participating merchant. It could be the difference from someone going to your competitor's store because you accept Bitcoin Cash. Now, I tell you this, when I was in LA and Miami, right? If there was a merchant, if there was a store or steakhouse or something like that where I could have spent my Bitcoin Cash rather than try and go through the daunting process of converting my Australian dollars into American dollars or using my card and having excess fees, this price gouging fees for me just being overseas, I would have went to that Bitcoin Cash merchant. I would have done it in a heartbeat. No questions asked. When I was in St. Kitts, I went to a great conference there, spoke there. It was awesome. First time overseas, and I'm so glad it was St. Kitts in the Caribbean. I never touched a US dollar or a Caribbean dollar once. And what was a mind-blowing experience for me is how much more money I could spend because I'm not converting from Australian dollars into American dollars or anything like that. Did you know that when I was in LA, I got pretty hungry, right? And I ended up not eating because I was not prepared to convert my $100 Australian fiat currency into $40 American, right? That's a huge price gouge, So, I actually, on the way back, I was sitting at a steakhouse sort of thing, and I was talking to a guy there, and he had Bitcoin Cash. No, he didn't have Bitcoin Cash. Sorry. I asked him, would you like Bitcoin Cash? And I sold him $100 USD value of Bitcoin Cash to him for $100 Australian. And you know what? He was from New Hampshire. and he actually gave me a gold note, right? He gave me a gold note. Now, this is 1,000th of an ounce. Thanks. And I use this in my demonstrations, in my teaching all the time, because we all know that we all love gold, right? We all see the benefits of gold, of being a hedge against inflation, you know, and if all else currencies fail, we can always fall back on our gold. But this is my problem and your problem. If you were to go overseas, or if things were happen to fail where you're at, right? I don't know what 2032 is going to bring. Maybe CBDCs will be in, I don't know. But just say, right, things got bad and I needed to pay you for something. If I gave you this note, right, this is 1,000th of an ounce. How do you know? You look at me and go, Bitcoin Jason, this is gold, this gold foil. How do I know that this is real gold? Well, you don't, unless you had someone to verify it, right? I've still got an American dollar, right? From when I was there, from the guy that I swapped my Bitcoin Cash for American dollars. I've still got, no kidding, 2 American dollars left. But I can't spend it here in Australia, right? I can't spend it, right? The only hope that I have, really, is if I go back to America and spend this, or go to an exchange and have this $2, whatever's left of it, be price gouged again and converted into my home country's currency. You know what? I'm keeping this as a relic, because this is a relic. The fall of American dollar is coming. They need to see what happened is they already revitalized the American dollar once with the introduction of the petrodollar. When they went off the gold standard, they went to the petrodollar. Now in July, they're coming out with the Fed now, right? The Fed coin, right? Bad juju. It's bad news, right? They can control you now. You're more of a slave. Now, I'm sure in America there are tradesmen, there are people there that pay cash for the sake of privacy. Maybe someone's done a job for them, you know, painted a house or fixed up a hole or mended a broken pipe. And the guy says, you know what, there's X amount of dollars in cash, right? Because it's something, it's not worth that much, you know, save you, you know, and, you know, it's sort of a leg up in a way, because if this is the thing, if you owe so much in taxes, right, the more you work, the more enslaved you get, the more taxes you owe, right? So some people will do cash jobs in a way of trying to get back on their feet again to pay those taxes. Now, I'm not advocating for dodging taxes or even though, you know, taxation is theft in many ways. I'm not saying, you know, don't contribute to society. But what happens when society or the government is trying to enslave you in the point where they're taking your privacy away and trying to dictate how you run your life to such a degree where your freedoms are gone, right? So you come to Australia, enjoy the Olympic Games, visit the Bitcoin Cash City. It's Townsville, North Queensland, Australia. I'm hoping that there'll be more maps that will have more of our merchants on there. The Bitcoin.com map has it on there, and you find that into the overview section at the moment if you have it. But, you know, you can have your Bitcoin Core, you can have Ethereum on there, you can have your Bitcoin Cash and some other tokens on there. It's a really safe and secure wallet. I've been using it. There's other wallets that I'll be looking to showcase and to promote, like Selene, the Selene wallet that the Bitcoin Cash podcast have been doing. They've been working on. Fantastic open source wallet. Paytaka is another wallet that I see great potential in for both merchants and retail users like myself. has maps, P2P exchange, which is coming along, any hedge, which are great for merchants or those guys that, like, you may say, look, I think the BCH price is going to fall. I'm going to hedge for a bit, you know, or you might want to put a speculative gain on there. So yeah, so I'm here in Cairns, just looking around. I'm going to try as best as I can to go to all the Bitcoin Cash merchants here in Cairns and curate and see how they're going, whether they're still accepting Bitcoin Cash or not. Because this is the thing, my friends, is, you know, even though our merchants make 1.75% profit off the transaction compared to card purchases, right? We still need to use it. So I would encourage that when you buy your Bitcoin Cash to stack, get some extra Bitcoin Cash to spend. And if you spend it, you spend it. If you don't, well, you've got that extra stacking power, yeah? As we know, like, I've been living pretty much free for the past 7 days or so, because Bitcoin Cash is, you know, it was like $140 and now it's like nearly $400 Australian as we speak. So huge increase. So moral of the story, merchants, get on board. If you're not on board, reach out to me. I'll help you out, mate. I am free. I'm free. I'm from education. I do not make money from you accepting Bitcoin Cash, but I do benefit from you accepting Bitcoin Cash in a way that you enable me to shop at your location. You enable others to shop at your locations, and the general usage expansion, the more merchant and user retail adoption that we have, it's like gold. And the more people that have it, it causes a supply and demand issue, which means that the price will go up. And whether you're in the first world country or the third world country, the rising tide lifts all boats. We all seen the rising tide in this last 7 or so days. It's like a tsunami's come through, hasn't it? We've gone up from like the 25th coin or 24th coin or 20th coin, and we right next door to Bitcoin Wrap, BTC Wrap. So we are coming right up, and I'm loving it. Like Alex is saying, I'm loving it. So this is the thing I thought interesting with Bitcoin Wrap, right? Which is Ethereum sort of, you know, hedge type thing. It's like, one Bitcoin Wrap is supposed to represent one BTC. I don't know how that works. We passed Wrap. Now, okay. So this tells me that the flipping of BTC to BCH is very much possible, because if BTC Wrap is supposed to be a 1-to-1 with BTC, right? Then Bitcoin Core is in trouble, right? Because Bitcoin Core has Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Core, same fundamentals. The only thing that Bitcoin Core's got, BTC's got over BCH, is the brand name. They won the brand name. So unfortunately, right, for me to spend my BTC, which I do have some, right, I'm going to have to use this. Now look at that. Look there. See whose logo's on there? That's MasterCard, my friends. MasterCard. So you either got MasterCard or Lightning Labs, which are third parties, right? Right. MasterCard, it's the banks. Lightning Labs, you're trusting, you know, an off-chain network that you hope that works, which doesn't. Did you know I've got like 30 cents in different wallets? You know, I got, you know, 30 cents here, you know, 20 cents there, cent there, $1 here. And did you know that I cannot, because people always talk about Lightning. Lightning is bad juju. Lightning is taking us back to the Iron Age, where gold, we used to have gold and stuff like that. And what happened is people would go to a blacksmith or goldsmith or something like that. And what would happen is they would write out receipt for the gold that you held there, and they'll give you a receipt like this, right, that you can go in and redeem for the gold, right? Lightning is essentially giving power back to the guys that scammed and got us off the gold back system, where they're giving you an IOU, and unless you take your IOU back to the actual Lightning and get it off there, there's a fee on that as well, and it's just a useless. Why do it? Why do it when I can literally send on chain Bitcoin Cash, same fundamentals as BTC, same fundamentals, metrics, everything, right? The only thing that Bitcoin Cash has not got is a BTC ticker. And because of that, people are denigrating Bitcoin Cash and calling it Bcash, which is Bitcoin was also always meant to be cash. So I don't see it as a derogative. I see it as a positive because Bitcoin was always meant to be cash. Now BTC has lost the Bcash. It's lost that. So it's you have it, I have it. That's great. We have it there and the numbers go up. That's okay. But I tell you one thing. When the government shut me down and closed my business, what did Bitcoin Jason do? He converted his BTC into BCH to buy his groceries, to do his laundry, to get taxi cab rides, to get meals, to go grocery shopping. That's what I did. There was no Lightning. Look, I know no merchants where I live. I'm traveling from Townsville to Bitcoin Cash City all the way up to Cairns. There is not one person, not one store that takes Bitcoin Core. Not one. I've got over 200 merchants in Townsville, Australia. Now I'm saying 200 because there's actually 243, something like that. But I'm not saying the full amount because we do, some come on, some come off. You know what I mean? So I'm just being conservative, right? Some merchants we drop off because there's not enough economic activity. See, they don't care about the price of Bitcoin. They care about customers going through their door. And this is why I'm encouraging everyone. If you got Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash, use it, right? Have your Bitcoin, convert it to BCH, and then spend it. Support the network because whether you're in BTC or BCH or both, it benefits you to use it because you are increasing the supply and demand of the network. All right. So we all saw back, during the 2018, the global economic crisis, what did all the smart people do? They took their money out of their banks, right? And they put it into Bitcoin because there is coming a day, and I think in July, the Americans are going to face this with the Fed now, right? CBDCs are coming. These controls are coming. And so what's happening is the smart money are seeing that Bitcoin, BCH, they are seeing that they can't control it. They can't control Bitcoin because Bitcoin's not a security. You cannot buy out that company. You cannot enforce laws on that company of Bitcoin because there's no company of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is basically is on-chain transactions, right? Bitcoin Cash being the perfect in line for this, validated by miners where they get a block reward every 10 minutes. Now, every 10 minutes, that block reward over 4 years we will halve, giving a numbers go up thing to it in the long-term run. So the institutions are starting to see these. They can't own it. They can't control it. They can't ban it, right? So they want to get in and make money on it too, right? Because if they can get you to invest into their products, then they can capitalize on it. But they can't own it. So the best way that you can benefit and safeguard your wealth from these CBDCs and all these rorts that are coming through is to get yourself some Bitcoin Cash. Right, and when you get your Bitcoin Cash, make sure if there's a merchant that uses Bitcoin Cash, use your Bitcoin Cash because if we're not going to use our merchants, we'll lose them. Now, our merchants are primed, right here in the Bitcoin Cash City for the 2032 Olympics. They stay on board. They stay through this, right? When we have our Olympics here in Australia, all those international visitors will come and they'd be like Bitcoin Jason when I went to the Caribbean and go, crikey, I can use my Bitcoin Cash here. And like what happened when a guy came from overseas, he was on the radio saying that he spent like 23 days or something here and he spent Bitcoin Cash and he loved it. It was a big news thing. It was on like CoinGeek and all these different radio stations. I really should record the radio station interview and put it on this channel, because people come from overseas, they see the stickers and they go, I'm going to go here and I'm going to use it. Now, if you're a coffee shop and you've got another coffee shop next to you, right? One accepts Bitcoin Cash, one doesn't accept Bitcoin Cash. You've got more of a chance of someone going to your coffee shop to spend Bitcoin Cash there because you accept Bitcoin Cash. Because me as an international visitor, would I want to pay a minimum 60 cents to tap and go because I'm traveling overseas, right? Or spend these, you know, what I did in the Caribbean when I was in St. Kitts, I never touched an American dollar. I was forced to use American dollar when I was in Miami and LA, right? I've got stuff left over, right? And I tell you now, if I was in LA and Miami and there was a Bitcoin Cash accepting merchant, I wouldn't need this. I would have saved some of my money and I would still have $2, whatever $2 American equates into Australian dollars still, you know what I mean? But anyway, so I just want to say a big thank you to the guy. He's a private dude. He's from New Hampshire though, from allowing me to get some US dollars for Bitcoin Cash and this gold note, because this, right, gold and Bitcoin Cash is going to be the doomsday's prepper currency of choice. Mark my words. Mark my words. When the CBDCs come out, cash is king, and Bitcoin was always meant to be cash. And for those merchants accepting Bitcoin Cash here in Australia, I give you props. You're strong, you're faithful. It costs you nothing to accept it anyway. But I'm telling you, and I'm encouraging you, my merchants, wait, are you in the US? No, I'm not. No, I'm not in the US. No. Alex, I went to the US. If this is the same Alex I know, I won't give out your what's your name, but I went to the Bitcoin Cash conference in the Caribbean, St. Kitts. And on the way over, I protested. Yeah, New Hampshire, the great bunch of people there in New Hampshire. I had a great time meeting different types of Americans, and my favorite Americans, from what I've observed, are from New Hampshire, and I think there is New Mexico. I think that's a part of America as well. I don't like America. Well, I didn't like my experience in America, put it that way. I think America is sick in a lot of different ways. And they got areas that I love and areas that I'm very concerned about. And I didn't like America when I visited there, because I was forced to, like, on my way over, I just went hungry. I fasted. I said to myself, you won't accept Bitcoin Cash, Mr. Merchant? I'm not going to shop there. You know, so I end up going hungry and, you know. But on the way back, I was in Miami and I was talking to a guy and I got really, really hungry. And I went to a particular person and I said, excuse me, sir, can I buy some USD off you? Because I noticed he had cash on him. Can I buy USD off you and I'll give you Bitcoin Cash in exchange? And he gave me USD, $100 worth of USD at spot price. So that man, right? That man has made like double the money already, because when I did that, Bitcoin Cash was at like just under 100 USD per coin. Now I don't know, the price of Bitcoin Cash is going up so quick. So look, okay guys, so the reason why I could not travel America, go outside the airport, is because I'm actually not vaxxed. I've got strong convictions in the way I live my life, and I was not prepared. Okay, so 300 USD. So my friend, my friend essentially got just under 100 USD worth of Bitcoin Cash at the time, and now it's got 300 USD. So, and the metrics of Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin are the same. The only thing that Bitcoin Cash doesn't have is the brand name advantage. Now, this is the thing, though. We all remember Blockbuster or Video Easy. I don't know where you're from in Australia, but we all remember the video shops, the video stores. You know, you buy a VHS, you'll hire a VHS, right? Where are they now? They're gone, right? So Bitcoin is like the VHS, and Bitcoin Cash is like the MP4 player. You know, your live stream, your Netflix, right? This is where we're going today. Now, it's too late for BTC, because you either got to rely on a third party thing, right? You're either tying yourself back to KYC, banks, and all that sort of stuff. Let me get my card out once again. You're either trusting these guys here, right? And I have used this. One time I was traveling up from Canberra, and I got a flat. I got a flat on the way up, and I needed a brand new tire, and I needed another tire because the other one was on its way out. So what happened was I converted my BTC into Australian dollars, and I used this, right? I just pay with that. Merchant didn't know any difference, right? Had that merchant accepted BTC peer-to-peer, or even he would be doing really well by now. But BTC doesn't work like that, so unfortunately he missed out. The second chance draw. Now this is it. This is why I'm saying BCH is back to the future, because Bitcoin came into importance because of the global financial crisis, things that were going down. Banks were like stopping people from withdrawing their money. We had the haircuts. People's pensions funds were being raided. The Greek financial crisis and Cyprus and all that. Guys, we're going in for round 2, and this time BCH is the Bitcoin that people are going to use, and BlackRock and Fidelity and these people are seeing this, and they can't infiltrate, they can't take Bitcoin Cash over. So what are they doing? They're going to try and capitalize on the fundamental metrics of what's going on. So anyway, if you want to save yourself and get your Bitcoin Cash, because now it's been recognized everywhere that it's legitimate. All right, we don't have the brand name BTC as the ticker. It doesn't care anymore. People are looking towards Ethereum for like second layer solutions and that for payments. My friends, bad juju. That's a problem in itself, because as we can see, that the SEC is going after companies and any other weakness that they can get in to either shut them down or to regulate, right? To somehow capture them. So I'm sorry, guys. Like, I had some guy I was debating with Ethereum, because he couldn't win the Bitcoin core second layer debate. So he tried to bewilder me with the Ethereum side, right? I don't give two hoots about Ethereum because you still got the same issue. You've got the issue of the SEC. You've got different maybe a bad government or bad actor coming in and buying out a company or trying to infiltrate a company or trying to regulate a company. You know what I mean? So, guys, if you're looking for the gold standard, the gold in the 21st century, Bitcoin Cash. That's what it is. I've got to go. Remember, guys, if you got something to add, something to add, maybe some sort of content that you'd like me to talk about, guys, put a comment in below. Tell me what you think. How pumped are you for this pump? You know, are we thinking this is a mirage? Is this a pump over some good news? Or do you think that Bitcoin Cash is just beginning? We've already seen Bitcoin Cash flip wrap BTC. Guys, I'm thinking it's possible that BCH can flip ETH, can flip BTC itself as well. It takes you, it takes me, it takes all of us to do our part, because you are Satoshi. I am Satoshi. You are. I am. We're all Satoshi. Let's do our part. I'm doing what I can. You know, I have my own nuances. I have my own personality. So you can do it too. You may be a geek. You may be intellectual and break down, you know, tokenomics. Do your part. You may be someone that reads charts and can break down fundamentals. Do your part. You might be a user of Bitcoin Cash. Do your part. You might be a merchant. Advertise yourself. Do your part. Because, guys, we are the community. We are the Church of Satoshi. We are the evangelists. We are the guys that are prepping for the end of days of the fiat currency. You are, I am. We are all Satoshi. Love you guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Thank you, guys. If you got a channel, let me know what your channel is so I can support you too. Love you guys. Have a great day. All the best here from towns. Well, I'm in Cairns, but I send my love from the Bitcoin Cash City here in Australia. Now in Cairns, I send my love, goodwill, and a prosperous future. Stay safe, guys. Love you all. Goodbye. Bye.